Hi, I'm Jason Smith with the Colorado Real Estate Company, and welcome back to the show. We started this show about a year ago, and we had a different real estate market here in Summit County a year ago. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how I believe the market has stabilized a lot and how it's a little bit different. It's a lot different for buyers and a little bit different for sellers. If you're buying, again, the market has stabilized. The number of new listings per week is very close to the number of pending sales every week. And that really points to a more balanced market. Now, a year ago, we had around a 1 month supply of single family homes and less than a month's supply of condominiums for sale in Summit County. That has changed pretty remarkably, folks. So right now, there's a 4.6 month supply of single family homes in the county and a 4.3 month supply of condominiums. That means if no other new properties were added to the market, it would take just over 4 months for the market to absorb all of the listings that are currently on the market. Now, what that means is a market that has a 6 month supply of inventory is generally considered a very neutral or balanced market. A market with less than 6 months inventory is generally going to be considered to be favoring the seller. So we're in a market that's not necessarily favoring the buyer, but it's favoring the seller far less. So what we're seeing right now is if you're a buyer, you now have the ability in most cases to negotiate off the list price. And isn't that nice, right? And it's also a market in which in most cases, you don't have to make a decision the minute you look at the property. There are fewer buyers with which you're competing against because interest rates have risen and a few other things that have just affected the market from a buyer's perspective. You also now have more than just one property from which to choose. As mentioned, we were at about a month's supply of inventory last September. Now we're at about 4 months. So again, there's more properties to choose from if you're a buyer. We think that's a really good thing. Now, if you're familiar, there's a guy by the name of Dave Ramsey you've probably heard of. He's kind of a national financial guy, and he said that he believes now is one of the best times to buy because he doesn't see prices crashing, but he doesn't see them rising as quickly as they did over the last couple of years. So I think that's something to think about very seriously if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, here's some things you need to take note of. A year ago, when a buyer came to your property, it was far easier for them to overlook stains on the carpet or walls that need painted or appliances that weren't working or broken windows. Today, if you're selling, buyers are paying extra close attention to that. So I'm telling all of my listings, all of my sellers, we need to go through and get all these items fixed before we go to the market because we need your home to be both priced and to be presented in a way that is compelling to buyers to take action. Also, if you're selling, you're going to need to be flexible. We are seeing price reductions for the first time in several months here in Summit County. Sellers are trying to find the market, and that's the way a market works. That means it's a healthy market. And lastly, as a seller, I'm encouraging all of my clients be ahead of the trends. If we see prices dip, let's get out in front of that and let's not follow the market. I just want to encourage you to reach out anytime if you have questions or concerns. You can find more information at coloradostateofmind.com. Go there, you can email me. You're going to find my telephone number. You can call or text at 970-262-7890. I'd love to bring you up to date on not only the market as a whole in Summit County, but the micro markets that exist from town to town and even neighborhood to neighborhood. Thanks for joining me on today's show, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.